Right, but it's odd. Mailchimp is a widely known as a very innovative, very nimble, very creative company. They have a really good product that has been developed largely because of the freedom that they've had as an independent company, right?
Right.
I know a lot of people that work at Mailchimp. I know the founders of Mailchimp. I've been to their offices, and they have a culture. It's their culture that has allowed them to create this product and grow it, and be such an impactful product in the marketplace. I don't fault those guys for selling this thing. They made what, $12 billion for Mailchimp. Good for them. But like, Mailchimp is never going to be Mailchimp again. It's never going to be as innovative or as well received by the marketplace as it was now that it's been purchased by a big corporate giant.
Maybe
That
I still use it.
Well, you still use it, but like, do you think it's going to continue to provide the same level of innovation value that it did prior to being owned by an accounting software firm?
I think this
Like,
comes
honestly.
down. I think this. Yes, I think it comes down to owning the customer journey from end to end. And if you're an accounting software firm and you're looking at the journey and you're saying, well, there's a ton of transactional emails that if you're doing e-commerce, there's a ton of transactional emails that happen within that journey. So when you register an account on a site, there's an email confirmation. When you add something to cart, you might have a abandoned basket email, for example. When you purchase something, there's receipt emails. When you might then want to send an email, which is a review email. Now, if you're QuickBooks, you want that journey. You don't want to be sending one email from QuickBooks, which is a receipt, and one email from the ERP system, which is a duplicate. So I can absolutely see why having an email platform as part of an accounting system from an end-to-end experience journey point of view makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, but that's like having your marketing department report to the chief financial officer.
And many of them do.
I know, but I feel like that's the problem.
That doesn't necessarily mean it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean they need to lose their, well, whatever. That's an integration, mergers and acquisitions, culture change kind of thing.
I just worry about the culture of that. That's like, you own a food truck that makes unique chef prepared food, and then you get bought by McDonald's. Like, you're telling me you don't worry about the food, the food quality is going to suffer?
Happens all the time. Ben and Jerry's got bought by Unilever.
Right. And
I don't know if their ice cream is better or worse.
Well, that's a question. Like, I don't like Ben and Jerry's ice cream either, but that's always the thing, is like, it happens all the time. Big companies buy smaller companies that have built a reputation around the quality of their product, and then the quality of the product suffers because they immediately the philosophy of a big corporation is to maximize the profit of the product, and they cut costs by making the product cheaper.
Yeah.
And that's what
I can see. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I'm an outlier.
For that particular example of email and accounting software, I can see very big synergies in that space. And then I can see maybe a payment gateway acquisition and maybe a couple of other things, built in. But
I can see if they
interesting.
Like Magento is now owned by Adobe, but I could see like an e-commerce company.
Well, Shopify got rid of Mailchimp. So Shopify and Mailchimp are not good friends, and Shopify basically kicked Mailchimp off the Shopify platform and built their own email platform. And I think that's probably because they realized just how important email is still within the journey. So,
right.
So
but that makes more sense than an accounting thing, because you could be like in QuickBooks is a standalone accounting platform. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with if you do e-commerce or not. You could be a lawn care service.
yeah, but there is an integration. I mean, I can see what
100%.
probably happened was that every QuickBooks e-commerce store owner was saying, I don't want QuickBooks to be sending my emails. I want Mailchimp to be sending my emails, and I don't want there to be so there's an API that basically says, forget the QuickBooks transactional emails, use the Mailchimp transactional emails instead.
Right.
And whatever your e-com platform is, you have to have another layer there that says, don't use the e-com platform transactional emails, use the Mailchimp transactional emails, and whatever else. But,
sure. It's like such a waste of a tool to like send a drip campaign to do follow-up emails to like pay your bill. I'm such a marketer, dude. That's all I think about is like the power of marketing, like email marketing. And I'm like, we're going to use it now, like to follow up, do drip campaigns to like pay your bill. I'm hung up on it. I don't like it. I don't like this merger.
Okay.
And I disagree with it, but it's okay.